Now being recorded. This call is now taking notes.
Now start, sir. I think everyone ready.
Okay then. Good evening, everyone. Myself, Dr. K. Jagadisan. I am an assistant professor serving in the Department of Animal Genetics and Breeding at Veterinary College and Research Institute, Varathanadu. This is a constituent college of Tamil Nadu Veterinary Animal Sciences University. So I am very much happy that I am given the opportunity to meet you all and present a lecture on the marketing channel strategies and entrepreneurship opportunities in goat farming. So I wish that all of you just keenly listen to my lecture. Whatever the doubt you have, that can be discussed at the end of the session. Wasting no time, we can enter into the presentation. So in this slide, you can see that the India's food consumption pattern, the vegetarian or the non-vegetarian. If you see that the orange color, a dark as well as that mild orange color, shows that those states which are predominantly have that non-vegetarian, whereas those states which are there in the light green color or in the pale color, which have more predominantly.
Sir, please unmute your mic, sir.
Jagdish sir, you are muted, sir.
Not audible, sir. Please unmute your mic.
Is it okay now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did you hear what I said in the previous slide or not?
But your voice is not clear, sir.
No, what happened? Now? Hello?
Now start, sir.
Yes. So this is a marketing channel, strategies and entrepreneurship opportunities in the goat farming. So before going to that marketing of that goat for the meat purpose, we must understand the vegetarian and non-vegetarian population of India. So if we see the data, it clearly shows that 80% of total people in India are the non-vegetarian. So that means there is a huge demand for meat consumption, meat production as well. So this is very basic data which we should know that. And then you see that which states are having the more number of non-vegetarian. It is more of South India as well as the eastern part of India. And then, of course, in northern India, it is a Jammu Kashmir and then Leh and Ladakh and little bit of Uttar Pradesh and then Uttarakhand, something like that. Whereas the states like Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Punjab, Himachal Pradesh, and part of Haryana. So these are the states there is a more number of vegetarian is there. So accordingly, we can plan our goat production and then meat marketing. So this is vital. But if you see that the goat breeds distribution, you will be surprised to know that you see that the northwestern region, where of more of vegetarians are there. So like the Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan, Gujarat. But these part of the country has more number of breeds. The Jamunapari, Marwari, Zalawadi, Beetle, Kutchi, Sirohi, Barbari, Mesana, Surti, Jakrana, Kohilwadi. So all these goat breeds are meant for meat purpose primarily. The milk utility is the secondary one only. If you see that Himalayan region, North Himalayan region, here the Gaddi, Chantangi, Chegu. So these are not only for the meat, but also its hair is used for for fabric utility. Whereas in southern state, it is of course for the meat purpose breed, Sangamneri, Osmanabadi, Kanni, Malabari, Attapadi, and so on and so forth. In the eastern region, if you see that Kanjam and Black Bengal is the major goat breeds, because though the non-vegetarian is there, but more of fish and other meat is there actually. So here in the surprising part is the northwestern India, which gets more goat breeds that meant for meat purpose, but the meat eater is very less. So how it is there? There has been some reason that maybe the historical reason or the religious reason or some other reason may be there. But if you understand that one, you can easily market the goat. Maybe you can purchase the goat from those states and then you can export, or otherwise you can market in the southern state. Something like that, you can plan accordingly. So this information, this knowledge also very, very important. This is the pan-India point. Then if you go to the marketing, see in India, the goat marketing is considered as an unregulated market, whereas the milk market is the highly regulated market, because the government in each state, the government is involved in the procurement of the milk and then transportation of milk from the procurement place to that plant, dairy plant, and then the dairy plant, it has been standardized and then it has been packed in different packages, and otherwise it is processed, and then the milk products are sold through its outlet throughout the states or country, so on and so forth. Whereas in case of goat marketing, there is no such a setup is available. Why? Because our food culture is something which prefer eating of the fresh meat only. Whereas the milk is not the fresh milk, it is a pasteurized milk, it is stored milk, it is a reconstituted milk, or it is a standardized milk, something like that. So it is a processed milk is accepted by the people, whereas the processed meat is not much accepted by the people. Maybe in coming years, in coming future, definitely there is a scope for the processed meat marketing. Why? Because nowadays the people are not aware about the frozen meat. Even though they are aware about the frozen meat, in India, they are afraid of having the frozen meat because we have some problem in cold chain maintenance. What is cold chain maintenance? It is the preservation or the package and the transportation of that meat product from production to the consumer table in the 4 degrees Celsius. When in the 4 degrees Celsius, the cold chain can be maintained when we have sufficient uninterrupted power supply. Whereas in our India, in most of the states, we have power shortage. That means in summer, we have a lot of power shortages there. When power shortage is there, definitely the cold chain maintenance cannot be ensured. When cold chain maintenance is not ensured, the meat quality may get deteriorated because of that more temperature, otherwise not keeping that optimum temperature. Okay, so that is why that people are not believing in that frozen meat. Maybe when now that India is growing, India is developing, when we attain that power sufficiency, automatically side by side the people are also, especially people from the IT industry, people from the abroad or something like that, and also through social media. Nowadays the people are got education, so they started believing, they started accepting that frozen meat little bit. Maybe in the chicken it is there, especially the bachelors who's working in the day and night in the metro cities. So they have no time to go for fresh meat. So they're ready to take that frozen, ready to cook meat, so that they can just open the packet and then they can just simply marinate water. They can boil the meat and then they can consume it. So that practice is slowly increasing. Maybe a proper advertisement and then proper power, setup and the cold chain maintenance, definitely the frozen meat market is there in India in future. So we have to keep that in mind, and then we can go for some entrepreneurship in case of goat marketing or meat marketing, something like that. Nowadays, even some of the metro cities, we have company called the Lysius, Fresh Cut and Tender Cut, and so there are a lot of corporate companies are coming, but still they are serving only the fresh meat only. We have to order one day before or else 1 week before itself, on so date I want the chavat, that means the goat meat. I want the mutton, that is meat from the sheep. I want the fish. I want chicken. I want the native chicken. Something like that. If you order it, so they will prepare the fresh and they will deliver on time. So that kind of setup is there. Maybe as time progress, definitely that frozen goat meat will be accepted by the people, and then more and more corporate will jump into that business. So we have to just ensure that power supply only. So that is the scope in if it is there. And regarding that, this is whatever I said so far, it is a meat market. But before that butchering, before that slaughtering, there is a one part is that is called the production part. So the production is happening in the rural area, mostly the rural area, whereas the consumption, always the demand, always the purchasing power is there in the case of urban setup. So the animal, the live animal produced in the rural setup, that needs to be procured from the rural area to the urban butchery shop. So what we have to do is, what is the lacking now? That the transportation, because say the generally in India the meat consumption is highest in case of Saturday and Sunday. It's a holiday. Similarly, the meat consumption goes very much high during the festival season. During the festival season, it goes very high. And also, so that means that procurement should not be the daily basis or the regular way, because otherwise what we have to do is we have to procure the animal daily, and then we have to have some temporary farm structure, and then we have to keep the animal till we slaughter. So that will add the cost, input cost. So the profit will be reduced. Otherwise, the selling price of the meat will go high. So what nowadays what is at the present scenario is, the producer keep the animal just till 1 day before that slaughter. Just 1 day before the slaughter only, the broker, that is the broker, the local broker, the local middleman in the rural setup, each broker, each middleman has control over the at least 10 to 20 villages of his own places. So what is there? He knows the people who actually having that goat farm, or who actually they're raising the goat through extensive grazing method. All the data is possessed by that particular the middleman. So when the festival comes, when the demand comes, when the Saturday Sunday comes, so he approach that producer, and then identify that those animals which are ready for the slaughter. So he first mark all the animals. Okay, how many animals? What is the price? Everything he negotiate with the producer, and then even give some advance payment also. So afterwards, he bring the one vehicle, and then he procure just all the animals in the same vehicle, and then he reaches that urban area. In urban area, one night it is the animal is given for the rest. That day, the only water will be given, no other food and other material, because the next day morning the animal will be slaughtered, so that he has no need of spending the money during that particular night. Okay, so that means the one day prior he procure the animal, keeping the overnight, and the next day he slaughter the animal, or else he sell the animal for slaughtering. So slaughter is done by the local butcher, and some metro cities the slaughterhouse is there, government licensed slaughterhouse is there. So animals are taken there and got slaughtered, and then the carcasses again, the meat carcasses again taken to that shop, and then the meats are sold. But so this is the one point. So what is the add-on cost here? Not only the animal cost, but add-on cost is there. So what are the add-on cost? You see here, the transport, the vehicle cost. So the rent of the vehicle is keep on changing whenever that the diesel, the fuel price is increasing. So okay, so that is one. The second one is the loading, unloading of the animal. So that takes the manpower. So that also add-on cost. And then temporary management. Maybe the one small shelter may be there. For example, the Bagri or very big festival like a Diwali or even Tamil Nadu Pongal, in North India, Sankranti, something like that. So the animals are, the demand is huge. So that means one day prior, he cannot procure all the animal. At least 1 week before, he has to procure all the animal, then keep for 1 week. So in that case, he has to feed the animal also. Otherwise, animal will come down. So he cannot sell for a highest price. So those things are there. So all these management activities increase the cost of the meat. Okay, so that is why we have to be very careful. Otherwise, what will happen? Sometimes the broker will end up in trouble. He cannot sell the meat or the animal for highest price in that side. At the same time, he might have procured the animal for highest price, and then he also put that some input cost in the middle in the midway. So we have to be very careful. And also the butchering. So that also required cost, shop rent, and then waste disposal. In India at present, what is a major issue? It is a street dog issue. In almost all the states, the street dog and then human conflict is existing. Why it is? Because improper solid waste management. Improper solid waste management, that responsibility is there with the residential area of the people of the residential area, and then what you call the local corporation, and then panchayat, whatever the thing. But why the waste management is not the optimum, not in a proper way? Because of there are a lot of meat shop, roadside meat shop is there. So what they're doing is they sell the meat, and then waste is they're not properly disposing, just simply throwing in the roadside or with the canal side, wherever. So as a result, the street dogs, they feed those meat material and other thing, and then it is keep on increasing, and then become a threat for the normal people. So that also there. So we have to consider whenever we think about the meat shop, the goat marketing, something like that, we have to ensure that proper waste disposal. That is one moral responsibility, as well as some hygienic, public health concern also there. So you have to keep in mind. Okay. So if you see that the goat marketing channel, here the goat keeper, that is a producer, the rural area. From there to the goat is transferred to that local broker, mind it. And then from local broker, he brings the animal to the sandy. Almost in India, each week there is a livestock sandy there in a particular day of the week. So in that sandy, so many crores, hundreds of crores, thousands of crores for each marketing day is happening. So what is that? But these monies are not coming and directly. The control of the sand is not under the power of the government. Actually, it is mainly dominated by the middlemen only. Of course, they're paying some money to the government for each selling of the animal. But the major the income is actually goes to that brokers only. So that is why they are not allowing the government to take the control over that goat marketing. Very recently, even Tamil Nadu also, the administrative department just released one news that is they're going to have a common platform for the sheep and goat marketing. Uh, they said initially they said as if they're going to fix the price of the meat also, but suddenly there are a lot of uh, what do you call against a lot of what do you call dissatisfaction. A lot of voice were coming from that came from brokers and other people, how the government can control the meat price. I mean, it is not possible that the government should not involve in this kind of market. So such is that scenario of the goat marketing or is the meat market. Yes. So that we have to understand. Then from Sandy to the animals are passed on to the butcher. So where the slaughter is happening. After that, the meat shop, of course. Then finally the consumer. The highest price of the meat is that this one only. Chawan, goat meat is the highest costing meat. But also, many people, that also one of the reason why they in day to day, the food, people are not consuming that goat because it is a high price. So they cannot afford daily basis. So they can have only for festival season or some other season only, whenever they have money. Or else maybe once in a month, whenever they get salary. Most of the time, people are going for the broiler because that is a little bit cheaper. Or else quail or some other meat like fish, whatever is available in that local market. Okay. So we have to think about all these things and then we have to venture into the goat marketing. Maybe if the frozen meat comes, maybe the price will come down, I guess, because the meat is always available. Because whenever the slaughter is done, it can be stored. It can be stored in a frozen temperature. So that means the price will be stabilized throughout the year. It will be in a same way only. It will not go up and then go down like that of now. Okay, so we have to think about that one. And then the previous one is this, like I said, the festival. So even I would say that even now, whenever I take the training for the farmer goat farming, I used to tell them, you target it is not, production is easy. There is a lot of scientific technologies are there. You can improve the body weight. You can keep the animal free from diseases. Those things are there. But marketing is not happening as per our science because that cannot be also done because it is based upon the demand or based upon the individual capacity. How clever, we can say clever. I'm just telling the code. That clever means that maybe of in a honest way or whatever the maybe way. Okay, so it's a clever way you have to do the marketing. So that is a black page of in case of not only this goat marketing for any commercial activities. So I used to tell the farmers, you target the festival and then you raise the animal. For example, if Bagrid is coming or the Deepavali is coming, you 3 months before or 4 months before, you plan that, you target that particular festival, and then you procure that male young one, and then you take you form a batch of say 50 animals or 100 animals. Then you give the unlimited feeding, and then you just sell all the 50 animals as a batch in a particular festival. Then you will get lot of profit. Then you can invest again to the animal, and then you take the profit. So if you are targeting the festival after festival, then the goat enterprise will be a huge hit and then a profitable one. So I wish that if you are there, anyone of you going to start a goat enterprise or you want to become an entrepreneur, you just think about that way. Because see, in the goat farming, goat production, there are two things. One is a breeding farm, another one is a commercial farm. If you are inexperienced, If you are first time you are trying for this goat enterprise, you go for a commercial one. What is a commercial one? You have to raise only the female young one only always. Okay, first at this 1 or 2 year, you have to you purchase a male young one, and then you just raise that male animal, and then market as a batch. You will get some profit. Then you will get motivated. You will get more of interest, and then again you go for male animal. Maybe at 3 months of age you can purchase it. 3 months of age male animal, male goat maybe around say 10 to 12 kgs you can find. So in that case, the time if you're purchasing, you risk mortality risk factor also, it will be coming down. Okay, so you mind that one. And then you see that see the selling is, as earlier I said, it is about your intelligence, your smartness that make you as a successful entrepreneur. You see, if you go to the supermarket, you want to purchase a rice. So in that rice, you will have different kind of rice. One may be kilo 50 rupees, another may be 55 rupees, another may be 40 rupees, another may be 20 rupees. So the rice is different, but the nutrient is same only. But that very small rice or very big one or very mota one, something like that. There are different varieties here. Similarly, why can't we have that? That everything is a goat meat only, but why we don't sell the meat? So these are the meat, or else these are the goat carcass produced from the grass-fed animal. Okay, you are giving only grass to the animal, and then you are starting that animal. So that is called grass-fed animal carcass, or is grass-fed animal meat, grass-fed goat meat. Okay, we call it as a green meat. Green meat, mind it. Meat, it is a red meat only. How the meat can be green? It is a green meat, we say, because that animals were fed only the grass, no concentrate feed. So this is of very premium price meat. In Western country, this concept is there. In the frozen meat packet, they mentioned it is a green meat. This is eco-friendly meat. This is animal welfare compromised, not compromised meat. Something like that, they put that one. So that the elite consumer, elite customer, they ready to give that premium price to taste that particular meat. Okay, yes. And similarly, one more carcass will be that the meat carcass, where that can be put the board like that. This one is a say Jamuna breed, or this may be a Osmana body, or this may be a Kanni something like that. So that means see in each breed, so the breed difference is not much existing in case of meat, but still if you are tasting that flavor and then aroma when you are boiling that meat, it will be varying. It is not that aroma of Tamil Nadu breed is similar to that aroma of the Rajasthan breed. No, it is different because both animals are having different feeding practices. Maybe the grazing pattern may be different, the constant feed may be different, the management may be different. So that is there. So what I would suggest is, whenever you start any meat shop or the goat marketing, you try to educate the consumer that so this is the meat from the grass-fed animal. So this is the meat from the farm-bred animal, where that is the concentrate fed animal. So this is the meat from the hilly region. So this is the meat from southern South Indian breeds. Something like that, you educate the consumer. Otherwise, initially they will not take it. They will not understand it because they don't know about the production method and other thing. For them, meat is a meat. That's it. All the meats are same only. But you can educate them. Nowadays, we have social media. We can have very big display, and then you make use of it. For example, we want to conserve, say in India, we have 39 breeds of goat, right? But we want to conserve all 39 breeds of goat. But when we sell the meat, there is no difference in the meat, means what? How we can keep all the animal? So in Tamil Nadu, the people are purchasing that Jamunapari goat, Sira goat from the Rajasthan. Why? You know why? Because that growth rate is more. So people from Tamil Nadu, they're rejecting the Tamil Nadu breed. So always, we as an academician, from the genetics department, so we want to consider our Tamil Nadu breed also. So whenever we say the farmer, okay, you raise the Tamil Nadu breed, they say no. This is growth rate is very less. So I want to go for a higher growth rate. That is like a bar, this one, a Sirohi, or the Jamuna Pari, or Telicheri. Something, or even sometimes people are going for what you call South African breed. What do you call it? I forget it. Suddenly I forget. So that breed also. Okay. So what I'm suggesting is, so whenever you plan a meat shop, something like that, you bring different carcass, different breeds, and then you put the photograph, and then you just hang that carcass, and they educate the consumer. So this meat was from that grass fed. This meat is from something like that. You tell. Okay. And then the age, sex also different. So whenever you sell the meat, so if it is older animal, so culled animal, you can give the less price. You can, if you're slaughtering the animal at the prime age, say 6 month age or 4 month age, so that is a prime age for slaughtering. So that time the meat tenderness will be much more. So you can have high price for that particular one. So if somebody is asking, the consumer is asking why it is high, this price, this meat is high price, why this is a low, then you have to explain it. Okay. So in that way, you are giving option also. See, I told you earlier that the people are not purchasing the goat meat because it is the highest price. So if some people are interested to goat meat, but he may be interested to purchase only low price meats, you can go for this kind of aged animal, culled animal, something like that. Okay. And also in Tamil Nadu, I'm telling you my experience. So in Adi month, so this is the month of what this month is actually in Tamil. It is Adi month, where lot of the temples, the local temple, the family deity is there, right? So for them, they used to sacrifice the animal. So for sacrificing, they want that goat local breed only. That is the entire goat should be a black color. There should not be any white color in that coat color. Okay. So that means that local breed is preferred for sacrificing the animal for the family deity. So in that case, whatever you are telling the price, they will accept it. They will not bargain, because they say they are in the belief that I should not bargain the animal which I am going to sacrifice to my family deity. So you can make use of that one. So that means you should not exploit it. You cannot suddenly say you cannot sell that 6,000 rupees animal for 12,000 rupees. So they will not purchase it. Maybe 6,000 rupees means you can increase little bit 500 or even 1,000 rupees, 700. They're ready to buy. They will not bargain, provided your animal is healthy and then very attractive, in a very healthy and then in a active and alert condition. Okay, so you make use of that one also. So as a entrepreneur, as a meat seller, as a animal goat broker, or as a entrepreneur, you must know that where you're going to establish your business. What is the food culture of that local people? What is the other religious culture of that particular people? What is the behavior of that people? So all these things you have to study. So that is what I'm telling anyone. If you're interested in this goat business, don't jump into suddenly and then don't put huge investment at the initial stage itself, because at one point of time you may be disliking this profession. You want to come out of it. Since you already, if you're invested, so that will become end up in trouble only. So invest less and study the local area, study the people, study the system first, and then you invest more, and then you just expand because expanding business is a overnight job. Anyone, if you're having money, you can expand the things. So nothing science in it. Okay, but before expanding, you ensure that you understood the system. Okay, normal system where you can intervene, how you can improve all those things. And then cut-off part also it is there. In chicken also cut-off part is there. Of course, in goat little bit is there in the metro city. Sometimes people will be interested in the spleen interested, because the pregnant women are required lot of iron and other thing. So people generally go for the spleen. And those who are having the ortho problem, they will always go for leg piece, that bone. So, and some people are interested in the brain. Some people are interested in that intestine, that the gut part of that animal. Okay, they're having different price for each part, but still it is not much standardized. Like, okay, if you are visiting in foreign country, where you will be finding different. The head part is there, neck part is there, that flank part is there, then other level, the intestine or a GI tract will be there, the lung part will be there. There are different things are there. Liver part is there. and then muscle, and then all the other part. Okay, so you can think of that way also. But all these things right now, it is on fresh meat basis, it is existing. But that frozen meat, when you are going that technology, definitely you have a huge scope for this one only. Okay, but right now that code marketing, all these things are in a little bit in a gray area only. It is unregulated. We say unregulated market. So that can be regulated if you are having sufficient exposure and a little bit for investment and then risk-taking attitude. Yes, of course, any businessman should take the risk-taking should have the risk-taking attitude and then venture into this particular one. Okay, and then by entrepreneurship opportunities. Okay, so in India, still more than 80% of farms are medium scale level only. Medium means at least less than 100 animals only. Less than 100 animals only. So if you want to jump into this venture, you can go for a big one. Big one, yes. Say 200 animal, 500 animal, something like that. So medium to big scale farming is in peri-urban area. I don't say that in a rural area, because if you are doing the production in the rural area, the manpower will be cheaper. Okay, fine. You will have find the land also very less, for less cost, and then water facilities all will be there. But the transportation part, it is not easy for marketing. Okay, that the transportation itself will take a huge money. So in that way, you can reduce the thing if you are having your farm in a peri-urban area around the city, and then silage and concentrate feeding. Now you no need to put that grass, the fresh grass, because almost in Tamil Nadu and all, even for dairy animals, they don't put because nowadays the dairy farmers are not just simply the traditional farmer. Now they're graduates, the foreign return, the IT people are involving in the animal husbandry activities. So for them, they're not interested in to go to the field and then harvest that green grass and then chopping those grass and then offering to the animal. No, they want to open the pack like what we are eating our snacks, something like this. Say open the thing pack and then they're putting that silage, and also open the gunny bag and then giving that concentrate feed to the animal. So only like that only they want to have the animal, and also they don't want to sweep the floor of that house animal estate. No, they're going for only the slatted floor only, and also they don't want to have any manpower, something like that. They have the CCTV camera. They want the automation, everything, watering. Only few labor are required just to distribute the feed and maybe just to assist the animal, to count the animal or something like that. Okay, because now the labor problem also there. Everyone start having educated. They want to have a monthly salary setup. They want to have a white collar job only. They don't want to toil in that animal husbandry activities. So that means the labor shortage is there. So that is why in Tamil Nadu and all, people from other states are migrating here, and then they're finding some job in the agriculture. Okay, but I don't know how long this is also going to happen, because the labor that daily wage is also getting more increasing. Okay, so that is the thing. Then meat from the grass-fed animal and grain-fed animal, of course, I said you can use that particular strategy for your entrepreneurship thing. And then frozen meat for IT people in the metro cities. Yes, you can start your frozen meat advertisement or frozen meat marketing from the IT people. Yeah, because they are always having that Western lifestyle, so they easily accept the frozen meat. Once they accept, they will they will pass that particular behavior to that family, and then from family members it will percolate into other neighbors also. So in this way, everything it will be the behavior of the people can be changed slowly but firmly and steadily. And then goat consultancy services. Of course, you can have the goat consultancy services, because say we have the consultancy service for all other profession, but livestock consultancy is very still in the initial stage only. But now the people are having, the educated people are coming into that sector. They're ready to pay the consultancy fee also. So in that case, the veterinarians or the successful entrepreneur can become a consultant, and then they can offer their ideas and then strategies to the producer, marketing people, everyone. Okay, they can charge for their service. So that opportunity also existing. And then financing for the goatry. Of course, if you are the financer, if you are working in a bank, or if you want to finance for the startup company, you can happily finance the goatry. Yes, the people who want to start the goat business definitely can finance. Okay, and also even lot of government or non-governmental bank also uh, ready to support your goat business, because they know that the importance of goat, because it is always the increasing trend only. Okay, and then goat housing also. See, once upon a time, people are not having using the house for their goat. Okay, then slowly they're using the housing also. Now they're going for slatted floor, pakka slatted floor. They're ready to invest. So in that case, you can have the construction of goat housing skill, and then you have that particular business also, because the plastic slab, the floor can be done, so you can do that business. And then now it is everything, it is in a pillar, the hardware pillar, and then it is a roof is it actually that aluminum zinc sheet is there, and then fan, and then all other facilities are there, ram facilities. Even for the transportation of animals, the vehicles are custom designed. Okay, generally the vehicle companies are they're not making the producing the vehicle exclusive for the animal transportation. Only thing we have to custom design, so that you can do that one also. Okay, so that way you are doing service for the animal welfare also, so that whenever the animals are transported from the farm to the urban area, so animals feel comfortable. Okay, otherwise what is sometimes we see in the roadside, so animals are just put into the lorry, and then the transportation happening. There is no proper ventilation, there is no proper roofing from the sunlight or rain, whatever the things. So you can think of that way also. And then live weight based procurement of gold. See, in village, I said that village is controlled by the goat broker only. They will never allow that producer to weigh the animal and then fix a live body weight price. No, they will see the animal, just they will feel that the muscle pattern of that thigh region, and then they will see, okay, this is a 5-month old kid, so the price will be maximum 5,000 or the 4,000, something like that. They'll fix, and then they have to, the producer also accept have to accept that one. Otherwise, what happen now? Because generally the producer, the goat keepers are poor in condition economically. So this goat broker already gave the advance amount, something like that. What is the condition here? So you have to sell your animal to me only, something. So that was a unwritten agreement existing between the producer, the broker. So there is no way at the time of festival, whatever the low price he is asking, that is the asked by the broker, the producer has to give. Okay, so that is the thing. And then so as a result, what happened, that the much profit goes to the broker only, not the producer. So if you are entering into this goat business, you can have some very healthy, transparent procurement system, where you can have the digital weighing balance. You put the animal weight, just note it down, and then you can fix that one kg of live weight for goat, how much rupees. Like what we have pricing system for broiler. Okay, we have live body weight of broiler is so and so rupees. We have that one. Similarly, you can make association kind of things, and so that every year that price, live weight price can be increased, because every year the input cost is increasing, whereas the producers are not getting that much increase in the selling price. Okay, so you can be a little bit transparent. You can, so that the producer also get motivated, and they will go raise more and more animal. Okay, because unless the producer is raising the animal, how will you get that one? Okay, so the goat broker, the entrepreneur should understand this one. So we have to always protect the people also. Okay, so if you have that kind of say producer, say 50 producer under your control, so that will be the best one. And then dry meat export. In in case of in foreign country, this especially see the foreigners are not fond of the goat meat and all. Okay, whereas the Indian who is there in the foreign country for a job purpose, so they're liking the goat meat. Whereas in foreign country they don't find the goat meat, especially in the Saudi Arabia or the what you call uh, Arabian countries, and even the US also, United States of America, or in case of Britain, and even some part of the Europe also, they don't find that goat meat. So in India, you can do that one, and then you can export dry meat, yes, dry meat, because I think we have that meat export policy that you cannot sell that meat with the bone. Okay, so that means you have to remove the bone, only that muscle part. So sending the muscle part as such, it will be again the keep the microbial problem and other issues there. Rather, you can convert that to meat into dry meat, and then you can easily into the pack into the team, and then you can easily try export. So that also there. So okay, dry meat export. So these are the entrepreneurship opportunities. Okay. So with this, I'm completing my lecture in of that market channel, so as well as in case of entrepreneurship opportunities, in case of goat farming. Yes. If anyone have any doubt, you can ask me now.
So from where we'll get certificate of this training?
Hello.
Hello. Sir, from where we will get certificate of this training?
Ma'am, that you can ask to the organizer, ma'am. I am the just only the
That
guest
type of
lecturer.
that type of information we give afterwards the complete the our session. We give all the information, all the participants. No problem.
Dear participant, you can ask any questions related with that.
If you
Code
have any query,
entrepreneurship.
then you can ask. Our expert is ready. If you have any query, I think sir, no query. All the participant from the all the participant side. Sir, thank you so much, very much, and sharing your valuable knowledge. It is very an expert valuable session for us. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. My gratitude for to that Meadow Agriculture, and then thank you for the opportunity. I hope I have conveyed some input, valuable input to the listener. And thank you so much. And we'll meet in some other
Okay.
opportunities also. Thank you, and
Okay.
thank you so much.
Okay. Once again, thank you so much, sir. Now we move the our second expert, sir. Hello. I'm audible, everyone.
Yes, sir, audible.
Now I invite it is my pleasure to introduce our the expert for today, Dr. M.S. Murugan, Assistant Professor, Veterinary University Training and Education Research Center, TNU, UAVS. Are you here, sir? Hello, sir. Am I audible, sir? I think the sir is not joined, but next I invite the next expert, first upon introduce our expert today, Dr. Khushbu Chandra ma'am. Ma'am, are you here, ma'am? Dr. Khushbu Chandra ma'am. Please wait for some times or expert they join within the 5 minutes. Please wait for some time. So sorry for wait for some times. Now it is my pleasure to introduce our the expert, Dr. Khushbu Chandra ma'am, Assistant Professor cum Junior Scientist, Bihar Agriculture University in Bihar. I'm audible, ma'am?
Yeah, just give me a moment. I am sharing my screen. My end, I am not able to share my screen.
Ma'am, you go
You need to
in.
allow me.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, ma'am, you can go in entire screen mode, na?
Yeah, no. Now I am co-host, so now I will be able to share the screen. Now it's perfectly fine. Just wait a moment. I'm sharing the screen.
Okay, sure, ma'am, sure.
Hello, sir. Can you able to hear
Yeah.
me?
Yes, yes.
Sir, I want to share my PPT.
Actually, sir, can you wait for some time, sir?
Sure, sir,
Actually,
sure, sir. Sure.
actually we invite the another expert for unavailability of the for you. That's why, na, sir. Hello.
Sure, sir, I'm waiting.
Okay, okay, sure, 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 sure. Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Okay, sir. Actually, I haven't received any link till 6:30 or like that. So I was,
Oh, okay, okay.
that's a problem with me.
Oh, actually, sir, now the network issue is very bad. That's why we are also suffering that like that, na, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. And after complete the ma'am Chan Khushbu ma'am, after that we invite you, na, sir.
So is my screen visible?
Yes, yes, ma'am, sure.
Yeah. So a very good evening to one and all present here. And first of all, I'll again thank Meadow Agriculture who has provided me this platform under this umbrella of 3 days training on scientific goat farming for sustainable livelihood. So today I'll be discussing about about the success stories of goat farming, which were more relevant in the scenario of Bihar. So first of all, we have Muhammad Shahabuddin, and he belongs to a Nawada district, and he's a marginal farmer, and he started the goat farming in year 2018, and he's just having a small setup with this goat farming, including 4 goats, and which includes 3 females and 1 buck. So how he has initiated, he actually very much interested in doing this goat farming. So he first approaches the KVK. So we have a KVK at Nevada, which is under this Bihar Agriculture University. So whatever may be the KVK which falls under Zone 2, 3 and 3B is under the Bihar Agriculture University, the Krishi Udyan Kendra, and Zone 1 that falls under RPCA. So first he took the training from KVK Nevada, and apart from that, he has also adopted some improved breed like Black Bengal and Beetle. And he took like how he has to do the setup, from where he will approach to get the funding, what are the things he needs to be in terms of documentation for opening. Yesterday I have explained you about some of the schemes. So with that he got succeeded, and by 2023, past 2 years back, we have also inquired him, and he is now having a collection of 60 goats, and annual income of that person is 4 to 5 lakhs. So he's also engaged in regular selling of goat meat, and breeding of different goats. And even though he will he will get the good amount, premium amount during the festive time. So he has approached like his interest. He approached toward the correct place, that is the KVK, and then from that, after getting the training, he is now well set up in this goat farming. So basically, he for the training, from that training, he knows all the scientific management, like how and where he has to set up what are the marketing strategy, where he has to pitch, so how to adopt the improved breed. So these are the things. Okay. So next one is our Sunita Devi, Mrs. Sunita Devi. She is from Gaya district, and she belongs to scheduled caste. And earlier, she was first started being a part of the self-help group under the Jivika. Okay, and after that, once she joined, she's a very active lady. And once she joined, she is having an interest like. Why can't we just approach go and approach for this goat farming? Okay, so first he also showed the interest, so he just approached the Jivika, because she's actually already a part of this Jivika as a part of SHG. So from there she took the training, and from funding support she just approached through the Jivika to National Livestock Mission. And earlier she has a starting with 5 goats. Like earlier she's fear of that, whether she will be succeeded in this or not, because she even though she has a gene to do and start this goat farming, and she practiced also stall feeding, and she introduced Sirohi and Jamnapari goats in that. And today now she owns 45 plus goats and manages a small goat rearing group, and her income is from means it is just increasing from 25,000 to 2.5 lakhs per year. And she become a role model for other women's, like how she has started from this SHG group through Jivika, and now she is we call her as a best and most you can say innovative and genius lady, that she is having, although a fear, but she is having some determinant, I'm having a determination that I'll start with this. So this is a good example of women empowerment also. Next one, in Vaishali district, we have Mr. Ravi Kumar. Okay, he is just a graduate who, out of interest, he turned into a goat farmer. Okay, so if I have already told you, graduate in agriculture, and he just started. He's having his own ancestral land of 1 acre. So that area, he instead of starting or going with some crop cultivation, he is in his mind as a thought. He being an agriculture graduate, why can't we become a agri entrepreneur? So he has started a goat farming. So he registered under startup Bihar, that is BIADA subsidy scheme. Yesterday I have explained you about that. And with that, he just submitted his detailed proposal along with the documentation. He got the fund, and he is more focused in Sirohi breeding and breed under his goat farming approach. And now with his farm named as a Shiv Shakti goat farm, he just started from the 1 acre of the ancestral land, and now he is having 100 plus goat. And just he just tied up with some of the local vendor who were interested in the goat meat. So he has also some started recently new online portals, and earning 6 to 8 lakhs per year from the selling. And even though he is just engaged in not only the meat part, and also with the waste of that, he is also utilizing it in production of manure. Okay, so this is what with the help of this BIADA subsidy scheme, he has now his own goat farm named as a Shiv Shakti. So another one, we have Mr. Jitendra Paswan. He has started from very, we can is a best example, we can say, it's a low investment startup. So he's from Madhubani district. So he's economically backward family. He just began with a microfinance loan of 20,000. So just from 20,000 rupees, he has started his this startup, and he has chosen a black Bengal goat due to their low feed requirement, okay, and high tuning rate. So that is what the thought of him behind the choosing of this particular breed of the goat, because his finance and economic status is very, like you can say, he is not that much economically strong. So even though for the feeding purpose, he told he was using the kitchen waste and the local fodder, because he can't spend that much money. And he also learned by joining some of the, wherever we'll be just having some workshop training program through the KVK, he used to come and join with a very enthusiasm to learn that even though he don't have that much of investment, but he thought once he will start learning how to develop or how to take a good initiative in this goat farming, he will definitely succeed in that. Okay, so now he is having 30 plus goat just within a 2 years of time, and his monthly income grew from 15,000. Just he started, means he just took the loan from 20,000, and now he is just having monthly income of 15 to 18,000. Okay, so this is like you can say, goat farming is the biggest boon for his family to make to enhance his livelihood. Now with that, he is now able to educate his children also. So again, he is involving in sharing the waste of that in terms of like manures to the local farmers, also practices vermicomposting and selling the meats. So this is how a best example, like if you have a gene and interest, anything you can achieve. This is the best, one of the best example. Okay. So now another one is, we have the Pratima Kumari. She is from Muzaffarpur district of Bihar, and she's a young woman entrepreneur. And she has started the goat farming with the help of, yesterday I have told you, one scheme, that is Rural Backyard Goat Development Program. Okay, so this is under the National Livestock Mission. So earlier she has received 10 female and 1 male goat under this scheme. Okay, and like how we have the Bihar Agriculture University, we have also Bihar Animal Science University, Basu, Patna. So from there she took that training. Okay, so there we have the animal husbandry unit, and she learned how to do this goat farming setup. What are the area, what will be the marketing approaches, how to maintain the records, how to breed, what feed that should need to be given to the goat, proper regular vaccination for the disease and everything, means regular monitoring, how to visit the vet at the regular intervals. So everything, every approaches, every training she has she took from the Basu Patna, and now she owns 65 goats, and she is also marketing under the name, her brand name is Pratima Pashu Palan. Now she is a brand, okay, known by a name Pratima Pashu Palan, and her earning is 5 to 6 lakh per year. So this is she is a very young woman, and this show again a best example of women empowerment. So next we have Mr. Kamleshwar Singh. He is from Begusarai district, and he is a retired person who turned out of his enthusiasm towards the entrepreneurs. Okay, so he's earlier he was working in a factory. So from after the retirement, he invested whatever the money and saving he is having. He is after the retirement in year 2017, he invested in goat farming, and initially he started with 8 goats of Sirohi and Jamnapari breeds. and he developed a goat shed with proper ventilation, waste management, and proper diet, everything. And apart from that, he has also enrolled himself, because earlier he was working in a factory, so he is not having that much background of agriculture or veterinary, so that he can easily, smoothly run his this enterprise. Okay, so he become a part, enrolled himself in ICR Agri Business Incubation Training. From there, he is time to time attending the workshop training program, how to just expand his business. And now he owns over 80 goats with well managed breed records. He's also selling and breeding the bucks to nearby districts and the veterinary colleges. He's also having the tie-ups with the veterinary colleges, and now he's earning more than 7 lakhs annually. Okay, so this is how, even though we can say, if you have a interest, so age doesn't matter. So even though at the age of his retirement, he is having that much enthusiasm that with the saving, he needs to open up some enterprises. He wants to become an entrepreneur. So he has some interest towards this goat farming, and he is now achieving that. Okay, so next is we have the Lalita Devi. Mrs. Lalita Devi, she is from Pune district, and she is also one of the self-help group leader. Okay, so she, which is formed under this NRLM Jivika. Okay, so she started a goat farming in a group. Yesterday I told you, the individual, you have also a right to just put on the application, or in a group also you can go for that. So she has started with a group member, including 7 members in that group. Okay, so that group received the training, like how to go for this shed construction, what are the things that is essential at the lowest cost initially, how to manage the feed. Okay, so they have also started now the community based goat health services with trained pasu shaksis. Okay, and she also used a collective marketing strategies during, like, you can say Eid and some festive. Like, she initially, she has some interest, but she first, before applying for that or initiating this goat farming, she has just created and she taken the consent of the people. So she just including her, there were 7 members, and now this group is rearing about 100 goats collectively, the group of 7 members, and each member is now having the earning of 1.5 lakhs to 2 lakhs per year from this goat selling and the waste material that we called as a manure. So now they have also, from their villages, now they have replicated it to other 3 villages. So this is what the self-help group meaning means. You just collectively gain some knowledge, and once you are trained, you just try to involve other peoples in that and just train and motivate them to start. So this is what these the group of these 7 ladies, they have started. So next one we have from Araria district, Mr. Chandan Kumar. Okay, so as we all know that he after this pandemic, we said COVID. Okay, so after that, all the enterprises has almost is let down, but our agriculture, okay, so this is the one which is, even though that was it was also smoothly running in that COVID periods, and we are feeding lots of people. Okay, so in that particular pandemic era, he just lost his job and he returned from Delhi, and he's now thinking, now I don't have job, so how I can run my livelihood? I have children, I have to educate them. So in that, he have a thinking, why not to start this goat farming? So he has started goat farming on his family land, and initially he has invested 1.2 lakh through Kisan Credit, this credit card for livestock. Yesterday I have explained you. So he constructed elevated bamboo goat shed because it's not like that if initially you have to be very well furnished established construction. Even though initially if you don't have that much of fund, you can start with some other you can say construction, like how he has started with the bamboo shades. Okay, and mostly he just also focused on some of the organic rearing cultures, like using neem leaf, homemade mineral mix, because he don't have that much of fund. And even though with this approach he has started, and time to time he is also visiting the KVK and taking the knowledge or some of the advices from the experts, like how to start. If there's some problems happen to the goats, he will consult with them, some veterinary experts. So now with that, he has initially started from 1.2 lakhs. Now he built a herd of 70 goats with zero mortality in 2 years. Means the person who is not having any background of agriculture, veterinary, but he is out of his interest, he have initiated because he has to run his family livelihood, right? So he is also supplying the goat to the neighboring West Bengal and Assam markets. He has tied up, and now he is also running a training center. So the person, means he has a thought of, he don't depend upon the job. You should be like that. Even though we as a agriculture graduates, we also think like if we should not be in a job. If we got the job is okay. Everybody is not that much blessed that they will got the job. But even though if you are graduate in agriculture or veterinary or horticulture, we have a chance of converting ourselves into a agripreneurs. Okay. So in that case, with that thought, he has also set up his own training center, where he is giving the training to the youngster, so that they can they could be converted into more goat farmers. So another one is Mr. Ramji Sa. He's from Saran district, and he is commercial goat farm operator, and he is also a progressive farmers with agribusiness mindset. And earlier we called that Ramji Sa was he is very much interested in vegetable farming. Okay, so he is supplying lots of vegetables, seasonal vegetables, and even though he is earning, all of a sudden he is having a thought, and he just transitioned from vegetable farmers to a goat farmer. Initially, he has invested 6 lakh in modern goat farm with the silage pit, automatic waterers, and breed separation pen. So these, because he has initial maximum amount of fund, so he has started with the modern construction, maintain daily health, feed records, and he has also practices AI inseminations while tying up with the veterinary colleges. Okay, then now he is having different crossbreeds of Sirohi and Jamnapari. Monthly income is his 50,000, and he's also supplying most of the breeding stock, not only in the Bihar region but also across the Bihar. So another one, we have Mr. Manoj Thakur. He is from Supaul district. Okay, so we called him as a climate resilient goat farmer. So that area, even though is still in Bihar now, in after this June-July month, half of this Bihar is flood prone, right? So especially this Madhepura, Supaul, and Saharsa district. So in that area where going with some agriculture product, vegetable product, it's difficult. So he has a mindset, why not to go with this some veterinary practices? Then he have started with this goat farming. So he just built a raised goat set, because I told you this particular Supaul, Saharsa, Madhepura district, this is mostly in this Kharif season is flooded, mainly due to heavy rainfall. This season in Supaul, we are receiving the rainfall from 15th of May onwards till now. So he has started by keeping in mind this is a flooded area. So he has made the raised goat shed on the stilts, because in that area, mostly in Supal district, where if we are growing most of the crops, also vegetable crop, we are just growing in a some, like how you have seen in the different staircases, like in hilly area, that in that cases we can utilize this area, because this is a highly flood prone area. So now they have also different multi-cut fodder varieties they are using on bunds. Like I told you, bund farming is here more practicable, CO4 and hybrid napper. And he also tied up with different NGOs in order to get with the goat insurance coverage. Okay, so nowadays he is maintaining 40-50 goats, even in the flood season with low mortality. He took he just tied up with the KVKs at the Supal district, and just in a touch with some veterinary experts. There he has just took the training, and from that he is just tied up with different NGOs and some of the butchers and some locals and markets to sell the goat meat. Okay, so this is how he has a thought, like, even though in that area we are not capable of growing some agriculture vegetable product, but with his enthusiasm and thought, he has started with a gene that he will become a goat farmer. That's why we called him as a climate resilient goat farmer. So this is what a brief about different farmers which I have discussed. What are the different model type from self-help group, or some Jivika model, or some startup model, from there some National Livestock Mission, or BIDA, or Startup Bihar support. Like, this is a kind of summary what I have explained you earlier, how initially they are, what stage, what are their annual income, so, and what are the outcome of these farmers which have initiated with a small penny in their pocket. So with this, what are the different factors which make him to be a part of this success story? Like, their awareness. First one is their zeal and enthusiasm, and out of which they took the training workshop attended by which was conducted by various KVKs, NGOs, and this Basu at Patna, like that have provided them approach how to start scientifically, isn't it? And also some government support like Jivika, National Livestock Mission, BIDA startups. So these were also different schemes which provided those who are economically backward, or which, like, they are not having that much sufficient fund. And they have also started with some of the improved breed. I have explained you about they have started with Jamnapari, Sirohi, Black Bengal. They have also focused, even though they don't have background of this veterinary, but they took the training regarding to the veterinary care, like not only how to prepare this goat shed, what are the things is needed. Apart from that, their health care approach is also, because if you rear, but if you have the expertise in taking care of the health of these goats, so in that case you can minimize the mortality. And in that case, they have the number. So you have seen that a few of them, they have started with 4 numbers, 5 numbers. Now they have 50, 60. Okay. They have the good market approach, where to connect with the vendors, meet vendors, where to sell their manures, which were the excreta or waste of these goats. So, and even though we also appreciate the participation of the women. Okay, so these women are the best example of their, we can say, as a women empowerment. Okay, so with that, being a part of this self-help group, they have started and initiated as a young entrepreneurs. Okay, so this is also the area where you don't have any farming background of, you can go with or start with some agriculture or horticultural product. So in that case, you can just go with this goat farming. So like I have explained you the example of Supal. Okay. So this is a part of profitable and sustainable rural enterprises, goat farming. So we can start. You have seen we don't require that much, even though one person have started with just 20,000. Okay, so low investment, and whatever the even though yesterday I have also explained about some of the schemes which the government is supporting. If you have interest to just become a goat farmer. So this you have also seen some of the people who have lost their job in the COVID. This will also provide an opportunity to maintain their livelihood. Okay, so this can also play a key role in poverty elevation and employment generation. So this will also empower some marginal community, especially the women and the youth who have not anything or any job opportunity. So they can become they can become their own you can say a boss of their own company. Like that, they can start their own business, isn't it? So this is all about the success story. So thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And from the participant point of view, if you have any query, then you can ask. Thank you so much, very ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.
And for sharing your valuable knowledge with us. Now we move our second expert. I'm audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm waiting, sir.
Okay. Now I warmly welcome to you, sir. Request you being your session. Dr. M.S. Murgun, sir, Assistant Professor in the Veterinary College of Veterinary University in the Training and Research Center. And I warmly welcome to you, sir. Kindly being your session, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. First, I will share my PPT first.
Okay, sir.
1 minute. Sir, can you able to see my PPT?
Yes, sir, but you do in presentation mode, na, sir?
Yes, sir. You want presentation board?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 1 minute.
How to share it, sir? You share it the entire screen, na, sir?
1
I
minute,
think
sir.
you share in the Windows,
Yes,
desktop
sir.
Windows. But sir, you change it first entire screen, na?
1 minute, sir. Entire screen. Okay, sir. Now I got it, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, now can you able to see, sir?
Yes, sir. Sure.
Shall I start, sir?
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Sir, myself, Dr. Murugan, working as Assistant Professor in Veterinary University Training Center in Tamil Nadu.
Yes, sir.
Today, I'm going to discuss about economically important infectious disease of ruminants in India. Especially, I'm going to take a class in small ruminants because sheep and goat are the animals ideally suited to the India where the trophical ecology, especially socio-economically fabric places, because wherever there will be a dry region, wherever there are a vulnerable place, there is a very less part of rain or tropical region, we can raise the sheep and goat very easily with the low input needs, simultaneously with high market demand. Are livelihood catalyst in dry land of India. So especially Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh. So wherever there will be a low rainfall region, these are the most suitable animal. Simultaneously for women empowerment, or with we can improve the livelihood of the people, those who are landless farmer or rural farmer. So it's a reliable source of income and nutrition for millions of marginal and landless rural farmers. So actually, why we need to go for this particular session? Livestock disease, especially disease reduce the milk yield and meat and the income. These are the three major inputs from the animals. Many are preventable through the vaccination and deworming. This session, after the class, it will be identify and prevent and control the major diseases. The vaccination is the only tool we can control any disease very effectively, because we were previously, few years back, there is a huge outbreak of corona, LSD. Whenever there will be outbreak, vaccination is the only tool. Vaccination is the only mantra. We can control any kind of disease if it is an infectious source. So vaccination is the more effective tool to control any disease. Now we'll go one by one disease which are more prevalent in South India. What are the common infectious disease for the cattle? The first one is FMD, foot and mouth disease. This is a type of disease. It's caused by the virus. Which species is affected? Cattle, sheep, buffalo, sheep and goat, and cattle and sheep. The economic impact is severe milk drop. It also causes the infertility, the trade ban. The government is every year they are taking the vaccination control across the India. Every year they are doing twice a year. One is in nearing March, another one is nearing October. The second disease, bacterial disease, HS, hemorrhagic septicemia. It used to affect the species cattle and buffalo. It causes sudden death in rainy season. Whenever there is a sudden death in rainy season, whenever there will be rain, there will be a stress. Simultaneously, the most affected animal is near the pregnant or last trimester pregnant, because that place, that time there will be a huge stress will be there. So it causes the severe outbreak or severe death. That is a per-acute death it causes. The annual vaccination we need to go for at the time of May and June. The time indicate at the time of monsoon. The next bacterial disease is big black water. It also causes the disease in cattle and buffalo. Wherever the mortality will be occur in high in young animals like calf, heifer only used to get more frequently. We can go for annual vaccination. Vaccine is available vaccination is available. The next one is brucella. It's a kind of disease, is a bacterial disease. It used to cause disease in cattle, goat, and sometimes in sheep. It mostly pertaining to reproductive tract. It used to cause abortion, infertility, zoonosis. We can go for calf food vaccination for female and male. The next one is LSD, lumpy skin disease. Few years back, exactly in the year of 2021, it became a very big nonsense or nuisance across the India. It has started from Bihar, Orissa, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu. It caused huge outbreak not only in South India, also in North India, also especially Rajasthan, Gujarat. It caused it has able to produce disease in native animal also. Right now we have a vaccine for this disease. Prevention is better than cure, so we need to go for compulsory vaccination against the particular disease. The other one is tick fever, because India is a country like a language, like a religion. We have a variety of weather. So the epidemiological pattern, wherever there will be a hotter weather or hotter climate, there will be a possibility of more tick population. Wherever there will be a tick population is more, we can the tick population more, there will be a more possibility of hemoprodicin disease. So we need to look in for that. Luckily, we have a vaccine for only filaria. Another common infectious disease is sheep and goat. Common infectious disease is PPR across the India. Every year there will be huge economical loss. It's a viral disease. It used to cause the species sheep and goats. It produces huge economic impact, high mortality impact, especially in kids and lambs. The government is recommending annual goat vaccination. The next disease is goat or sheeppox. It also the viral disease. It able to cause a disease in sheep and goat. The main damage is skin damage across the body or divide of hair region. It able to cause some pock-like lesion. It able to produce huge hide damage. So the trade will be stopped. The farmer will be completely lost. So we have the vaccine. We have a separate vaccine for goat pox and separate vaccine for sheep pox. We need to vaccinate every year regularly, particularly in endemic region. The next bacterial disease is enterotoxemia. It caused by Clostridium perfringens type D bacteria. It able to cause sheep and goat sudden death in kids and lamb. Comparatively, death more in lambs. It able to produce the disease. Able to produce more death in the sheep disease comparatively in goat disease. The particular age is above kids to nearly 6 months to nearly 1.5 years or 2 years. Vaccination we need to continue regularly twice a year. The next very important viral disease is blue tongue disease. It's a non-contagious disease. Able to cause disease in the sheep. Sometimes it able to cause in the goat whenever the shepherd is rearing both animal together, sheep and goat together. Even though there will be some clinical manifestation in goat, but the goat will not be get died. So it able to cause more infection or more mortality in sheep. As usual, there will be a huge economic loss. Clinical signs, lameness, weight loss. Vector control is most important because the disease is transmitted by Culicadeus, a kind of mosquito-like thing. We need to go for vaccination regularly. Vaccination is the only tool to control the blue tongue. The next disease is bacterial disease CCCP, contagious caprine pleuropneumonia. Able to cause both small ruminants, sheep and goat, comparatively more in goats. They are able to produce sudden death, mostly in adult animal, also in pregnant animal at last trimester. Vaccination is the only tool. We need to go for regular vaccination. Another common infectious disease in ruminants, liver fluke disease, like liver fluke or internal parasites. It is able to cause all species, cattle, sheep and goat, weight loss, liver damage. Deworming is the only tool. We need to go for before picking up the infection. The next one is a tick fever. As already I said, Theileria is the only vaccine right now we have. Now I will go one by one disease which are more prevalent, more economically important disease. First one we go for PPR. PPR is the disease Pesticides pestis ruminants. Disease caused by the virus. Across the India, we are regularly every year we are encountering this particular disease. It is able to cause huge economic loss. So it's one of the very important disease. In addition, the disease is an infectious disease and also contagious disease. If it is a contagious disease, the spread, as a farmer point of view, the spread will be very fast. If, for example, if a farmer having nearly 50 animals, if one or few animals get infected due to the purchase of new animal from new sandy or like that, the next day itself few animals, another 2-3 animals will be getting infected. Within a week of period, most of the animals which are more vulnerable, more weak, which already a debilitated condition, if they are not received any vaccination, most of the flock, nearly 70% of the flock, it will be get infected. So there will be huge death. The mortality percentage will be nearly 50 to 60% in kids. Mostly it used to affect the goat species, comparatively less in this sheep. The lesion which I am trying to show in this slide is erosion and ulcers on the lips. If you are trying to open the buccal cavity, if you are able to see some reddening in the gum region, lips, dental pad and tongue. In addition to this, what the terminology term necrotic stomatitis, the foul smelling mouth discharge. For example, we used to say halitosis. When we are failed to brush our teeth more than a month, that much smell it will be giving. So that is called foul smell or halitosis. there will be some white paste like thing. It will be appeared in the mouth. Something like some bubbles also you can able to, like a fibrin or some thick kind of salivation also you can able to notice. In also, if you are trying to notice in the nostril region, there will be a mucus, strong mucus. It will be sticked into the nasal region. Initially it will be like rhinitis, some discharge will be there. Day by day it will be get more, the consistency will be more. Due to that it will be pasted, it will be thick mucus, it will be pasted. If you can able to observe in this particular slide, what initially it will be developing into the watery, too thick nasal discharge. So after sometimes, if you are failed to treatment, if the animal is not responding to the treatment, it will become a crusting around the nostrils, simultaneously eyes. The PPR is the disease able to cause rhinitis, all the most of the natural orifice. In eyes we can able to see conjunctivitis, in nose we can see the rhinitis, in mouth we can see the drooling saliva, in anus we can see the some enteritis, some diarrhea like thing we can able to. So the animal will be easily get damaged completely. So we need to go for vaccination is the only tool to control the disease. This is the plaque in the year of nearly a few years back. I have whatever the photos I have shown here, I am showing here. All are my experience, my field experience. All are my own photos. This is the one of the farmer has called, sir, we are regularly getting, not regularly getting, we are getting a PPR like disease in sheep also, you please. So we have encountered the plaque. So we have approached both sheep and goat is maintaining same plaque. So we have able to identify all the animals shown the enteritis, diarrhea. You can able to see the tongue appearance, all the anus region. So the animals, all the animals will be getting weak. All the animals getting weak. So we need to control. Our containment is a very important thing for PPR. In addition, this is another plaque in another period of time. The whole flock will be get affected. You see the poor management of the farm. All the animal will be dull, debilitated, or mostly if you are touching that animal, it may fall. You see the hair coat of the animal, the gait of the animal. So whenever we are approaching the farm, we need to observe clearly and keenly. Then only we can able to, because all the small animals, small like a kids, they can easily pick up the animals. That's what I was telling initially. These animals are this disease is infectious, contagious disease. Not only infectious, this disease is a contagious disease, so it can spread very easily. All the kids, if they are not received the vaccination, they will be picking the infection very easily. So we can expect huge mortality. So we have to be very careful to deal with the PPR. This is another case. This kid having a combined infection, both the PPR and the ORF. You can see some scab-like structure around the lips of the animal, both the nasal region, nasal orifice, commissure of lips, so scab-like lesion also there. So whenever, if they are maintaining the very poor condition, whenever the body coat is poor, whenever the nutrition is poor, so the possibility of infection is more. So we should be very conscious while handling this kind of disease. This is in a field. Whenever we are going there, we need to collect the sample to confirm the disease. This is a ORF and some cases of PPR when we are come acrossing in Tamil Nadu. This is another important disease. Regularly we are encountering not only in Tamil Nadu, most of the South India. ORF, highly contagious viral disease of sheep and goat, easily spread from one animal to another animal through mosquitoes or some other biting midges. Another name is called scabby mouth or contagious eczema. The direct contact infected susceptible animal also there is a possible. Mostly in kids, we can easily we are usually encountering. You see the around the mouth, complete mouth, not only mouth, lips, nasal region. So the animal is unable to eat properly and regularly due to starvation. The animal slowly it will be lose its health. If there is any concurrent infection with any other disease, like if it is a tick infection, if a tick infection is more, there will be a possibility of more death. So we have to be very cautious when we are treating. But sometimes we used to say RPC is self-limiting disease, but we need to go for antibiotic treatment and management therapy. When only we can able to control this kind of disease. Otherwise, we may lose our animal. The next one is a very important disease. It's blue tongue disease. Very important disease in South India. Not only South India, in Himachal Pradesh also we are encountered this kind of disease. In sheep, if you are able to notice in the nasal region, there will be some mucus-like thing. This is the initial symptom. We can find out. This is the plaque. The completely all the animal will be showing the ill health. They are reluctant to move. You see the appearance of the hair coat, how they are gaiting, how they are standing, how they are keeping their head. This is the flag. It's close to the hill where the Western Ghats, where we are working near the place, Western Ghats. We have encountered in the year of 2021. This is the animal which is the sheep is unable to stand due to the limping. There is a disease pertaining to the blue tongue. This is a viral disease spreaded by the field carriers. If you are able to see the first picture, we have opened the oral cavity, the upper lip of the lips, the red color erosion you can able to find out. If one is approaching the regularly if you are encountering exactly some hair mark, if you are drawing a picture, semicircle like this, all the papillae, it will become a reddening. Whereas in the PPR, you can able to notice some erosion like the gum region or dental pad like this. Only in blue tongue you can notice like this. Only in blue tongue only lesions will be appear. So we have to differentiate. The next picture in right side, in the commissure, you can see where the skin and the mucous membrane will meet, exactly where the skin or mucous membrane or the skin region meet. You can able to identify some region. This is the classical symptom of the blue tongue disease. The another classical symptom of the blue tongue is completely drooling saliva, like FMD, like a foot and mouth disease, completely drooling saliva or frothy salivation. If you are noticing the sheep, especially during the month of monsoon, nearing the monsoon, or July, August, or September, those period we can easily confirm. The most tentative diagnosis is blue tongue. So you can easily notice how it will be appearing. You see the erosion like things. If you are good enough to identify, in some cases the dental pad, generally chicken goat doesn't have upper tooth, particularly here they have the dental pad. In the dental pad, like some small circle, nearly 0.2 to 0.1 millimeter, a small ulcer you can find it. If you are well enough, or if you are continuously encountering, then you can find the semicircle pinpoint hemorrhages. Then drooling of salivation. The salivation, it will appear as it is, the animal will be urinated. As it is, the animal will be urinated like this, it will be appearing. Here I haven't shown some photos. I will show if time permit. This is another sheep. You see the animal, how oral cavity, that is a buccal cavity, it is like the boiled appearance. The animal will be showing complete damage of buccal cavity. Like a PPR, sometimes it may confuse like a PPR. PPR also we were said some whitish pasty material will be. Here not like that much halitosis, some that much not foul smelling will not be appearing. Here completely some boiled appearance. If the cases are very more number of times persist, the tongue will become a swollen, the whole face will be like a swollen. These are the some symptoms. These are the some clinical manifestation or symptom. It will be aid our diagnosis. It will be aid our diagnosis. Still, we can go for. We need to collect the blood. We need to go for laboratory. We need to isolate the DNA. We can go for PCR. Then only that to this kind of thing. We need to go for RT-PCR. Then only we can confirm this kind of disease. This is the classical frothy salivation. In here, the limp, see the animal how he is keeping the leg, because initially the flock is getting affected. I will show some videos possible. Okay, if you are able to identify the leg posture of this lamb, sorry, this sheep, we are able to identify, because initially if the flock is getting affected with the blue tongue, not like PPR. Here, if one animal is getting affected, the spread will be very slow, because the spread due to helicobacter. So it will go 1 by 1 or 2 to 2, like this only go 2 to 2. It will go very slowly, because this is a non-contagious disease. We need to remember, when the flock is get affected with the blue tongue, if it is going very fast, so we can easily rule out through farmer point of view. Okay, this is not the blue tongue. If the rate of spread is rapid, so we can easily mark this is not the blue tongue. If it is goes slowly, but it go very deeply, goes slowly, the clinical manifestation is very deeply, we can easily tell this is the blue tongue. The next is, if the flock having, if it is goat also, the goat will be get affected, but there is no mortality in goat. No mortality in goat. Whereas in the sheep, how it will be getting affected, if any bite is occurring due to helicobacter, the virus is most attached or most affiliated to the endothelial system. So slowly it will be moving across all the vital organs, all the vital and internal organs across all the body. The animal will be giving the frothy salivation one side. After 2 to 3 days, what will happen? The animal unable to move. The animal will show the limping. The animal will be showing the limping. So animal unable to move from one place to another place. So this the farmer is maintaining like a feedlot animal. It has to move from one place to another place to have his feed. So animal failed to take his food, take his feed, the animal may die. So in addition, if you fail to treat the animal after this also, slowly it will be attaching, it will be hitting or affecting into the spinal cord, especially the neck region and brain stem. So the neck will be like a torticollis. The exact name, what we say, it's a wry neck. What we say is a wry neck. We say is a wry neck. That completely like a torticollis. Whenever like a chronic disease, we used to say torticollis. Whenever the neck and the head, it will be looking towards the upside of the sky in birds. Same thing, the neck will be more twisted, also head. This is the wry neck in the blue tongue. So we should be very conscious to treat the disease. Most whenever we are treating with any kind of antibiotic with supportive therapy, like what we say, like a heifer age. That is, if animal is not clamped, those animal will not survive. Obviously, it will be get died. Whatever we have tried many kind of treatment like homeotherapy, ethnovet. Whenever we succeeded, only if the animal is already exposed to the infection, already received any vaccination, then only those kind of animal may survive through treatment. Otherwise, death will be nearly 80 to 90% will be died. Another classical disease is sheeppox. Sheeppox. In South India, nearly 3 to 4 years, we are encountering huge outbreak of the sheeppox. Compared to goat pox, sheeppox, the outbreak is very huge, because this is a contagious disease. You see the animal, how it become horribly and terribly damaged. If you are touching, all the hair will be coming out. In the first picture, I am trying to show, you see the ear eyelid. If you are just pitching or just plucking some hairs, completely skin is removing. You see the nasal orifices, complete rhinitis, because the involvement of the virus to respiratory tract too, not only the skin. In this case, you can able to easily identify a hemorrhagic mucus lesions will be coming out. Hemorrhagic mucus lesion will be coming out. Only one thing we can address this kind of disease, which season of the year. So mostly we are encountering nearing October or November, those periods, or in February, those period only we are encountering this kind of the region. You see the pocket lesion across the perineal region. You see the backside, wherever divide of the hair, there will be a very big pocket lesion. Here also you see across the body. Here you see we are trying to show one of our assistant director from Tiruvannamalai district is trying to show the lymph node, how the animal is shown or how the animal is get involved, how this immune system is working, is trying to explain us. The next one is goat pox. The one more thing I want to try to show, if there is any veterinarian is watching or any like from our veterinary background, there are generally we have read in college days there are two type of pox. One is wet pox, one is dry pox. During this outbreak, we are able to identify there is a huge death of lambs. The lamb doesn't show any exhibited any lesion across the body, not only across the any pocket lesion, also in internal organ. We have tried as much, but we are unable to explore. But when we are testing with the PCR like test, they are confirmed. They are found positive for P32 gene, found positive for PCR. So then we started reading how this is possible without pox lesions, how the animal is got died. Then we have referred our Bible, clinical medicine Bible, our blood book. They were trying that there are two type of pox. One is malignant pox, one is benign pox. What we have encountered in the lamb, it is benign pox. That is a malignant pox. So because the lambs, they are receiving the colostrum or milk from their mother, through that they are getting infection, the animal will be getting died immediately. So we should be very conscious. Whenever there will be a pox outbreak, we should not give milk from the mother. This is the goat pox. We have encountered one of our regular invitee from our nearby our center. You see how the head got swelled. So initially he was telling some head is swelling, mouth is like some boiled or something. Some we are noticing like reddish in nature, some ulcer like things are. We are unable to identify what it is, either PPR or pox. So we have waited for some time. Then we are able to identify it's a orphan disease. This is what I was trying to search. The middle photo, if you are able to identify, there will be no pock-like lesion in the lamb, but the animal got died. This is called the malignant pox. You see the appearance of the head, it will be looking very abnormal. It's looking a very abnormality, completely swollen, some red tinged mucus secretion. Throughout the body, there will be a swelling. Here you see how the lips got swelled. It's completely swelled, completely pocket lesion. So complete waste. Nobody will be taking this animal. We can't sell the minimum price of 500 or less than 500 also. Nobody will interested to buy this kind of. So pox is one of the horrible disease what I have encountered in my experience. So complete loss of the pot. How it is coming, erosion ulcers only initially we can see on the buccal cavity, especially lips, gums, dental pad and tongue. Then begin as a reddening, slowly progress into the ulcer. Swollen tongue is a hallmark. The next, tongue becomes cyanotic, so due to vascular damage. In severe case, the tongue may protrude from the mouth. The next, excess salivation. What I was trying to show in the blue tongue, that is excess salivation due to the oral pain and ulceration. If tongue becomes swollen or drooling salivation, the animal unable to have its feed regularly. So starvation, death. Again, muscle often become wet and crustated. That's what I was initial cases. There will be a like running like thing nature. Slowly it will be getting crusty in nature. Edema of face and lips, puffy and swollen lips, and muscle lesion. May also affect eyelid and ears. Painful mouth. Animal avoid eating and weight loss. So weakness. Ultimately, there will be farmer will be lose the animal. This is I was trying to show or trying to search this video. You kindly watch this video. You see the animal is unable to move from one place to the another place. You see the limping, how this completely the farm is getting affected. All the animals are unable to move. We are trying to give green fodder, we are trying to give in all the way we are trying. You trying to notice or observe all the animals. How the animals are went to one corner side, they are unable to move. So this is the classical example and classical record we have recorded. This is the rhine neck, what I was initially trying to tell in Bruton disease. You see the neck, it's strongly affected. Not only neck, also head. You see, this is called rhine neck or torticollis. How this fellow is keeping this neck. Completely tilted. The next one is anthrax, one of the very important bacterial disease, not bacterial disease in ruminants, not only sheep and goat. Sometimes we have seen the case of milch animal also. Complete what we can say oozing of raw blood from all the natural orifices. This is the goat one. This is the sheep one. We used to encounter, especially in this month in Tamil Nadu, whenever there will be a monsoon started, all the spores which are inside in the sand, whenever we are getting a rain, it slowly started germinating. So more death we used to notice in sheep comparatively in goat, because goat is the browser, sheep is the browser. When this fellow is closely browse this, so there is a chance, most susceptible or most possibility to have the spores. May trying to take the spores, so it will go through the oral route. After few days, it will be getting the animal will be getting died. Okay, here we are not regularly we are noticing, but still we are regularly observing. Wherever the outbreak has already occurred, those places we are regularly encountered. Through ring vaccination, we are able to control this disease. If there is any outbreak, we are during the outbreak also we can vaccinate anthrax, because the spore vaccination. In addition, we need to do one important thing. We have to use for separate needle for each animal. Then only we are as hydrogenic transmission. Otherwise, ourselves we can train to take a spore or anthrax spore from one animal to animal. We may cause infection, so we have to use individual needles whenever there will be an outbreak of anthrax. In addition, in anthrax also not contagious disease, so the spread will be very slow. So farmer will be getting some time to have a breathe, so we can control anthrax very easily whenever there will be outbreak. So simultaneously, as a farmer point of view, veterinarian point of view, is a very important zoonotic disease. So we should not open the animal for postmortem. We should not eat the animal. We need to dispose very properly. So then only we can avoid the future outbreak or future contamination. So we should be very aware of anthrax. This is another case of food rot. Whenever we are chance to visit in field, whenever we are going for any farm visit, I used to stop my vehicle and I used to observe the flock, sheep flock or goat flock, how the animal is healthy, or as a veterinarian point of view, especially as a clinician point of view, I used to observe. So like this, few years back during the August month, we have noticed some animals were limping. Then I thought that wow, I thought okay, it's maybe the case of blue tongue. Then then I asked the farmer. Then I am trying to examine this animal. Trying to examine the animal. So I found out this animal is not affected with the gluten. The culprit is bacteria, Diclofactor nodus and Bacteria nodus. So see the hoof, it will be like especially right side the hoof, it will be get melted out slowly. It will be giving the foul smell. Whereas in what we have seen few times back, that this disease is blue tongue, there will be no smelling. There also there will be a huge limping will be noticed in all the limbs, but there is a nose foul smelling will be noticed. We can't control, we can't direct any lesions or clinical manifestation. In blue tongue, in coronary band, we can able to see by the experience. Even myself, I have encountered more than 10 outbreak of blue tongue in my experience in the last 5-6 years, but I haven't noticed any coronary band swelling and all. I haven't noticed. I have noticed other lesions or clinical signs, whereas in foot rot, you can clearly notice. You see the appearance of the hoof. One side will be a swollen, one side will be a thin. So here, if it indicates if there is a swollen, if we are touching, it will be going inside and coming out. Pressure, pit pressure, we can able to notice it. Here also, this will be a big, this will be a small. So because it indicates it's a bacteria, that too anaerobic, partially anaerobic bacteria. So the bacteria will happily, they will be multiplying, they producing the toxin. Due to the toxic effect, the animal will be the limping bacterial nodosis. We are encountering mostly, particularly this time only. This is another one of the important disease is a contagious caprine pleuropneumonia in goats. We have encountered both sheep and goat. Mostly we are encountered in feedlot cattle. That too in adult, more than 1 year, 2 year, and during last trimester of those period only we are encountering. There is a huge, not like this is not contagious disease. This is infectious one only. Slowly it will be getting spread from one animal to the animal. But in one plant, I have encountered in the farmer having maintaining more than 50 to 60 animals. In same day, I have did postmortem 4 or 5 animals. When we are able to opening farmer, only one thing will be said: sudden death we are encountering. We are unable to see any clinical signs. Mostly during the November end or December end, what we are facing some cold weather pattern only we are seeing. That too very adult animal only we are noticing. Pregnant animal, that stress animal only we are encountering. Sometimes we are addressing some sound, sneezing, so those things only farmer will be noticing. When we are doing the postmortem lesion, you can find nearby this is the lung region. If you are observing both lung, one lung will be a very big size, little bit big swollen appearance, obviously thick mucus. If you are making a fenugreek, if you are right, what we can say that I can't translate in English in the if you are fenugreek, if you are making dosa paste or idli paste, from that if you are making fenugreek paste, it will be the thick mucus will be appearing like this, some jelly-like, huge jelly-like you can easily address. All the lesions, all the pathological lesions, some pneumonic lesions, swollen pneumonia, all the pathological lesions we can observe in the lungs. This is a classical example of contagious caprine pneumonia, CCCP. Wherever they are keeping the animal in one places, this is a chronic disease. The loss will be the very huge one. I have shown very few diseases, but they are very economically important disease. But I have come across, not only come across, I have trained to contain those diseases. Only now I will see the vaccination, how to control this particular disease. Vaccination is the only tool, cost-effective method to control any kind of disease, especially infectious disease. So PPR, it used to affect sheep and goat. During the month of February, we need to control the disease. during we need to go for vaccination. Booster is not required. Every 2 years we can go for vaccination. Sheeppox and goatpox, they have a separate vaccine for sheeppox and goatpox. We need to vaccinate during November and December. The gluten, we need to vaccinate sheep alone. We need to vaccinate during the month of July. Booster is required after 21 days because most of the Tamil Nadu farmers, they failed to go for booster vaccination. Here we are not forgot. We must vaccinate. We must give booster dose. The next one is enterotoxemia, sheep and goat. We need to go for ET vaccination, especially the month of July and August. No need of booster vaccination. The next one is FMD. Sometimes we are always targeting the large animals, pilch animal, but IAL Indian Biologicals Private Limited have an individual separate vaccine for sheep and goat. So we need to vaccinate for sheep and goat also. We need to vaccinate. The next one is anthrax vaccine. We need to vaccinate during the outbreak. Also, we can vaccinate sheep and goat. We have to vaccinate. Sir, do you have a time? Shall I take some more minutes? Hello.
Yes, sir. Sure. No problem, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Prevention and control of infectious disease. Any disease we can go for proper vaccination like PPR, ET. We need to vaccination is the only tool to control the disease. In India, we have during the mostly as a microbiologist. Basically, I'm a MSc microbiology, PhD in bacteriology in IVR Izatnagar. As a microbiologist, we should not vaccinate during the outbreak. But farmers' point of view, country like India, we need to control remaining animals. We need to save the remaining animals. So during outbreak also we are vaccinating. PPR and especially PPR and anthrax, there's not that much contraindicated. We are tried many times. We have saved most of the animal. In addition, most of the farmer or most of the young entrepreneur, they are afraid of vaccinating the animal at the time of pregnancy. No need to much afraid or much fear. You can go for vaccinating pregnant animal. Only avoid last trimester or at the time of if the animal may deliver after 2 days or 3 days. The last few days of pregnancy. Only we need to avoid. Remaining time we have vaccinated and we have practiced in field more than 10,000, 20,000 animal blue tongue or goat pox, sheep pox. So nothing to worry. We can vaccinate pregnant animal also. Trying to use if government vaccination is there. Otherwise, you can go for the private vaccination. Deworming. We need to deworming the animal 3 to 4 times per year according to the requirement. Before going for deworming, you try to take the dung sample. You try to give to the local veterinarian or nearby colleges or nearby KVK. You assess the worm load, then only you can go for. Otherwise, no need to vaccinate regularly. No need to deworming regularly. Deworming kids, initially we need to start kids and lamb from 1 month onwards. Alternating deworming drugs to avoid the resistance, because generally irrespective discriminate use of antibiotic, like indiscriminate use of, because most of the farmers, most of the our client, whatever the dewormers are available in some private brand is their high tech with our ivermectin. Most of the time in our farmer they use those only. If you are continuously using those kind of drug, the animal will be getting early maturity and early death, because they lose all the teeth very fast. They lose broken mouth. So animal instead of 7 to 8 kidding or 7 to 8 lamping, we are now farmers are addressing nowadays animal. We are able to getting only 5 or 6 kidding only we are receiving, because due to indiscriminate use of this kind of deworming, especially over usage of ivermectin. Hygiene and sanitation. Said we need to be poor management. We are trying to show some photos in PPR. Those said and all very poor management. So it should be, because poor management, poor things are there. Like the farm premises easily catch the virus or bacteria for some period of time. So there will be source to spread from one animal to the another animal. So we need to keep our farm very hygiene and sanitation. Avoid accumulation of dung and urine, because there will be a spread, not only spread, the multiplication of any kind of germs. disinfect pens after any disease outbreak. So these are the things we need to look into that. Isolation of sick animal. This is the one of the most important what government of India during outbreak they did for corona. So we need to separate infected animal or sick animal, simultaneously avoid mixing new animal without quarantine at least 2 weeks. These are the precautionary measures we need to take. Balanced nutrition. These are the one of the most important thing. If the animal is not only animal is healthy with taking nutritious feed and clean drinking water, with supplement with minerals and vitamin, it boosts the immunity, withstand for the resistance or at least some period of time, uh, able to protect themselves, control the external parasite, slice and flies. Use recommended like cypermethrin. So we tick is the major problem for South India, especially especially this dry season, summer season. So we should be very cautious. We have to regularly. We need to go regularly, dipping, regular health monitoring. If there is any fever, diarrhea, coughing, we need to be very conscious. Consult a veterinarian for unusual symptom appear. Keep records. These are the one of the major important things, because whatever I was saying, whatever I was shown some photos, these are my experience, my record. So yeah, as a farmer, you have to keep the record for every batch. If you are maintaining sheep and goat, this year what disease you have encountered, which season you have encountered. So you have to keep your health record. Simultaneously, you have to write what are the vaccine you have given, which time, which period. So it should be noted. Then only you more knowledge, more experience. You can get the very clarity after 5 to 6. If you are sent 5 to 6 patches of animals. Safe disposal. This is a very important thing when you are attending outbreak like anthrax. So it should be buried very deeply with the lime or as advised by the local authority. So disposing is very important, but most of the shepherds, especially sheep shepherds, those rearing more than 80 or 90 animals, some shepherds, whenever there is a death, they will simply throw nearby open well, nearby river. So there is the main source of culprit. They are the breeder, they are the shepherds, but they are the culprit. I can't say, but still, because if they are throwing like this, there is a chance of, if crow is taking some pieces of muscle from one place to another and another place through like how the corona has spread. Same way the crow is taking from one place to another place. The disease is spread through the air. It will be spread from one flock to the another flock. Another the very important disease, the very important one, containment. When there is outbreak, the foremost thing is immediately isolate the animal. Immediately isolate the affected animal. That is the foremost thing. The stop movement of the animal. So don't move from one place to the another place. The nearest veterinarian, that is a must. He has to come, then he has to give the correct advice. By experience, you may know many things, but still veterinarian might be knowing the right thing, because now the technology is very developed. If there is outbreak in the Orissa, first they have encountered LSD. Immediately in our group they have posted there is some disease like a lumpy skin disease. We haven't noticed so far. We have seen pox in a large animal, but that kind of thing we haven't ever noticed in India. So before arriving, we will be encounter. So we are discussing in the Tamil Nadu before we are arriving the disease. So we have to report to the nearest veterinarian. Disinfect all the shed and tool surfaces. Then only we can clean these germs. We have to protect ourselves, like a farmers or livestock inspector, veterinarian. So we have to protect ourselves, because like disease like zoonotic disease, like some even pox may spread, anthrax may spread, listeria may spread, tuberculosis, TB, mycobacterium bovis, they may spread. So those things we should be stop sale. This is one of the important things. So don't train to sell anthrax affected animal, anthrax affected carcass. Dispose the dead animal safely and leave burying. Avoid visiting other farms. This is one of the most things. You also don't visit other farms during the outbreak. Don't allow them to visit the other farm. We can control the disease. Follow the veterinarian's protocol. Plan strictly. Receive the normal activity only after veterinarian clearance and proper Otherwise, this is a biosafety and biosecurity is a very foremost thing. If you are maintaining more number of animals, you are maintaining more than 20 animal of more than 20 animal of goat or 20 animal of sheep, more than 1,000 birds. Those biosafety and biosecurity measures are very important. Otherwise, the organism may enter very easily. Organism may split. Organism may go outside. So we should be very conscious to take the treatment. Thank you, sir. If there is any doubt, please ask.
If you have any query in the point of the participant side, and thank you very much, sir, for sharing your valuable knowledge with us. Now we conclude the all 3 days training program as a vote of thanks. Good evening to everyone. Once again, good evening to everyone
Good evening, sir.
present here. As we come to the end of this 3 days training online training program on the scientific goat farming for sustainable livelihood, it is my pleasure and honor to deliver the vote of thanks. The first and foremost, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to all the expert speakers for sharing their knowledge with us various aspects of goat farming. I also extend sincerely thanks to the Meadow Agriculture organizing team and technical coordinators and everyone worked behind the make this successful training program. A special vote of thanks. They appreciate all the participants from the different region of India. We believe that the knowledge gained from this training will support and strengthen your journey in scientific and sustainable goat farming. And important announcement, all the certificate for this training program are not yet completed. We deliver the send your register email address within the 1 week. Thank you so much and have a good night. All the, if you have any doubt,
Thank you, sir. Good night.
okay, good night, sir. Good night, sir.
Thank you, sir.